Okay, let's do a demo. In this demo, we're going to create an Azure App Service web app. And while we're doing that, we're going to create an Azure App Service plan. Okay, here we are on the Azure portal, portal.azure.com. And we're going to create a new web app. So let's go to Create Resource. And in the search box, type web app and then choose web app from the result. It should look something like this, and then click the Create button. Okay, everything in Azure goes into a resource group. Resource group is just kind of a bucket for all the stuff that you're doing. I'm going to click Create New, call it Resource Group App Service Demo, hit OK. And the next thing that it's going to ask us is, what do I want to name my web app? Let's call it Benday App Service Demo. It checks to see if that's a unique name. You get the checkbox there, so that means it's good. I'm going to choose Publish from Code. And then for my runtime stack, I'm going to select .NET. Next, you get to choose whether this is running on Linux or on Windows. I'm going to choose Linux. Then you choose the region that you want. Basically, what data center do you want to host your application in? I'm going to choose East US. And then down here, we've got a section for App Service Plan. By default, it shows us creating a new App Service Plan, and I happen to hate the name that it generates, so I'm going to change it. I'm going to call it App Service Demo-Plan. Hit OK. And then the next little bit here is it asks us for SKU and size. This is the SKU and size of the VM that is hosting our App Service Plan. So if you click on Change Size, it shows you the different options and features for each of those options. And it's going to show you basically how much it's going to cost per month to run that app service plan. Remember, you pay for the app service plan, not the web app. I'm just going to choose this one, leave it as the default, hit apply. And then I'm going to click Review and Create. Takes us to the summary page, and then I'm going to click Create again over here. And then it starts deploying the web app and the app service plan. Okay, the deployment is complete, and now we can click on Go to Resource. And this takes us into the configuration portal for our web app. You've got lots of different options down the left-hand side for how you can configure this thing. But for right now, the important thing is going to be the URL for our app. I'm going to click on it, and after it warms up, here's the stuff that is put into our app service by default when we create the app service, proving that our application is actually running. But this is not particularly interesting. We want to run our own code. So next up, let's do a couple demos deploying our application code to our app service. First, we'll do it with Visual Studio Code, and then we'll do it with the full version of Visual Studio.